Right, hi and welcome back down the shed at Ease People. So as you can see from the box, we have a new gun. There's only the throw it in the bin charger. We have a better one than that. I can look there for a minute. So we have a Strike Systems ASG MT18, which has quite a fault on it. I wonder what feature. Oh, it's blown. Haha! BBs everywhere. So let's have a quick look. We've got a bit of a stock here. So there's stock. That's the stock tube. So to get that in, you have to pull that pin out and pull this down. But that's already been dismantled. As is, well, I'm going to call that the butt plate or the buffer plate. And a small bag of very scary parts that have already been taken apart. Bash hider, part of the buttstock there, not sure what that is. That's a bit of the bolt release, I think. So at the moment, I haven't taken those parts apart. So I'm going to have to look into that. So here itself, we have the rest of the weapon.
And you have a spare desk here.
Oh yeah, so this is not.
Let's stop that.
It's complicated. Yeah, we appreciate the offer, but we really need to talk.
That'll do. So okay, here we have basically another M4 base weapon. That foresight might go on the really disappointing TM, because that was apparently fired at 60 feet per second this morning. So that's going to need some upgrading or looking at. As you can see, the price tag on that was $169.99. They were asking 100 as it's broken out the box. It's got a really tight spring in it, which, unlike the Tokyo Marui, has a really flimsy spring on it. I mean, there's hardly any effort to putting that back, and it's just flimsy. So I think the springs probably want changing in that. Air seals might be a bit iffy. We need to look at it. And again, this one, you really have to struggle to pull it back. So that's a good sign of it being a brand new gun, which it is. Different foregrips. I don't want to see if they'll fit on. They got a rail on the underside, which is nice. See if they'll fit on my other gun. The sling mount on the front is built into the sight, but that's going to go on the other gun. I want the red dot sight on this weapon, but I have that separate sling point on that one. I can put on the barrel, grease spray it or whatever. I'm going to keep this gun tan. I do like that. They said it was all metal, but it's not. That bit may be all metal. No, that's polymer as well. So there might be upper metal, but it's cold. But that's definitely polymer at the bottom. So that's where part of it's already been taken apart. There's been a load taken apart back here. Not sure what else has come off this before I got my hands on it. So this is going to be basically a £75 learning curve. We fix it, we screw it up, find out whether, let's get these thread grip off a minute. I mean, it's going to have to come off anyway. This top one's a pain in the arse. So it's a bit skinnier already. So that's the length of the barrel. I just want to measure these up to the compartment on the other weapon. Pretty similar in length. Be interesting to see if this bottom rail will go on there, and whether we'll still be able to get the battery in. Okay, so that was up. So no, there's not a lot of hope of it going on there. However, what we could do, depending on how long those nuts and bolts are, we can try and mount that rail to the underside of here. So we've got that rail on here. That'd be pretty cool. Then we could put the torch or something else on the front handle. or my tack light, or lasers, or anything really. So we can think about that. That's why I left these off earlier. They can get up there for now. Took a piece out of the pistol earlier. It's got that working a bit better as well. So these are all surplus parts at the moment. Basically, what we need to do with this, what's the point of that? See? That's the point of that. That comes off like that. I've got to learn all this. Okay, so that can go back on for a minute. So we can take the carry handle rear sight off, like so. Okay, carrying handle over in the box of parts. Now these are all parts that are pretty easy to figure out where they go, apart from the bag, the scary bag. We could get that front sight off while the flash hider's off. So there is a little screw just in there that bolts this plate, I think, to that. So we could try to undo that. There we go. So that plate now comes away from the foresight. So basically we're stuck with having to leave that foresight there. It doesn't stop us from angle grinding the bugger off. Unless you put a riser on your red dot, this gets in the way. So we could literally just angle grind it off at this point where that bar goes across and just leave it like that. Which is what I think is going to happen. I'm thinking we need to push these pins out. I don't know what will happen. And they've gone quite nicely. So 1 pin, 2 pin. See if anything happens. Okay, we've got a bit of movement, but it's not ready to part. Right, so that was all the footage I had. So here we are with the eventual finished product. I do have the, just take it off this. There we go. I do have the modified sight here, so if you can see that A post on the video, you can see if I need to put a red dot or something on there, I can take that front sight off and put this one on. Also, you'll notice there's now a pistol grip on here from the M4A1 that's been bastardised on there. I've basically screwed that straight into the lower part of the furniture and moved the rail to that side. So I've got the long rail on that side and the short rail for the torch on this side. So that'll slide off there. And just fit on there. So we've got our torch, our tactical light. So yeah, a bit of movement in there. It ain't screwed down tight because obviously I'm going to take it off for painting. So I can't decide yet what colour to do it. Obviously it's going to have to go either tan or black. The mags I've got are black. I might stick with that because I kind of like the black tan theme. So I think we'll probably get, and I want to dust this over with black and do that foresight as well, and this other sling swivel thing. So yeah, I think black will be the colour. Comments below what you think, black or tan. I mean, it probably is going to end up black, but yeah, black or tan. And I've moved the name as well from on here, because if I put something on there, you're not going to see Lazarus there. So Lazarus is now here. Don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but there you go. This is my homemade work base or stand. So basically the knackered M4 magazine I had is now screwed or bolted down to this block of wood, and it means when I'm out skirmishing, when you're back at the car or whatever, I can put the rifle down and it's going to sit like that and not be led in the grass or up against a car or whatever. It'll actually be nice and stable. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So that's basically it. This is the I've got this front side mounted swivel, sling swivel on there instead of the lower one. I could put the lower one on as well and have two, but I don't see the point. If I do use sling on there, it'll be on the side mount. I've got the rear one on here of the Tokyo Marui. I'm just about to pick the rifle up. Got his so I don't know if you can see the rear one on there of the Tokyo Marui. But that will pick the entire board up, so I don't know what I knocked off then. So that's it really. This one's got a nice crisp fire select, the other one was a bit sloppy. I think that weapon was well used, which is why it was down to 65 FPS. Basically the bucking or the hot rubber or something, I think, was probably the failing there. I don't think it was the piston. I'm not sure, as I said, which one I've got in here. I can't remember what came out of the original gearbox and went in this one. I think this is the one out of the ASG gearbox. So basically I've got the best piston, the best barrel hop-up unit on there. I stripped the Tokyo Marui gears, so I've got the ASG gears in the Tokyo Marui gearbox. So it's only the 3 gears and the anti-reverse latch which are out of the ASG gearbox. The rest of it is still Tokyo Marui. Well, I say the rest of it, the piston and the nozzle ASG, brand new. So the entire basically firing system, as far as the air goes, is brand spanking new. Now I had a rebound, basically as far as I am from the camera over there, I had a rebound the other night that actually broke the skin. I think it hit my jean and still broke the skin. So she is knocking out some power. I'm hoping it's not going to be in excess of 350, because that'll end up putting me down the DMR, designated marksman rifle route, or basically I'll end up as a light support weapon. So I'll probably have to respray the bipod back to black. I might try the bipod on there. I mean, if it fires really well, I might sort of bed down and on objectives and just take the easy kills. Why not, eh? So yeah, that's it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click the bell thing, get notified of new videos. They come out sometimes thick and fast and sometimes quite here and there. But yeah, that's my new rifle. My old rifle and this one that was broken out of the box have basically been converted into one rifle, and as it's risen from the dead, it's been named Lazarus. I've got my foregrip. I was going to buy one. I might even buy one at some point, but at the moment this is just like a mishmash of TM or Adam. Yeah, a mishmash of the TM parts and the original gun that I bought. So this basically owes me about 80 quid all in. Take the tack light out of that equation, because that kind of goes between all my weapons. But yeah, £75 for this, and then I converted the gearbox, as I said, with the TM, because it says TM on there, in an ASG weapon. And I think I've got a pretty good little weapon actually. So that's my gun. Hopefully she'll go and do some good work this weekend coming. But yeah, I need sort of video out of the last weekend. So that's me gun. Hopefully she'll prove herself this weekend. I'm quite excited to find out what she's going to chrono, and quite worried about what she's going to chrono. But hopefully, yeah, this weekend she'll get her first kill. Shifty riffs. So if you're there, I'll see you there. If you're not, why weren't you there? Catch you in the next one.
Hello, darling. It's a good girl.